sister and brother-in-law left a couple weeks ago to go travel around in the United States, and the vehicle that they're traveling in is probably one of the most awesome vehicles I've ever seen. It's an old Mercedes van that used to be a fire truck in Germany for volunteer firefighters, and it still has the sirens on top, and it's just a really unique, very cool vehicle. So they have converted it out into a camper. My brother-in-law designed it, and with the help of some of the guys who work in his shop and my sister, it's now fully converted and they're on the road. This video was taken the day before they left on their trip, and it's just them giving a bit of a tour of the vehicle and its features and kind of how they've laid everything out. But it's an awesome vehicle. Yeah, they're
right.
great.
So this is Sparky the Firetruck. My wife Laurel and I, and a lot of helping hands at GoFood, have been working on this for a little over a year. And I'd like to take you through like some specs about it. Some of the history in it was, it's made by Mercedes-Benz in 1985. And then Firetruck Conversion Company that buys these from Benz retrofits it for volunteer firefighters. So this was purchased from the fire department in the city of Verl, and it was a pump truck which would carry up to 8 personnel and a big, 1,000-pound pump, and they'd throw hose in the lake or a stream and they'd draft water and be able to put fires out that way. So it's like a 2-ton vehicle, but it can hold 2 tons, and it's probably one of the most well-used cargo vans in the world throughout the 70s and 80s. We don't see a lot of them in the States. They never really sold them here, but my friend Daniel sold me his, and he's a lovely German man who has lovely German vehicles. So I guess I could talk about some of the features on the roof, and we worked our way down. The beacons came over to the States blue, which is emergency, so we changed them out to amber so we could legally run them. And they also neglected to disable the alarm or the siren, so we've got a nice European siren that goes with it. Kind of like a Pink Panther thing. And then up top, got this cool ladder here. I've got an 8-foot awning. We did ebonized mahogany for the decking because it's really light and we wanted to darken it up. Let's see, we've got this tool case which has all of our backpacking gear and some like minor tool kit for carpentry on the road, and then water and fuel with 200-watt solar panels feed the Goal Zero inside, and of course our little fan and vent here that provides exhaust and outtake, so it'll cool us down and get any sort of weird food smells out. Butt smells. Yeah, so like I said, the solar feeds this Goal Zero. The 1000 fits exactly underneath this seat, and it's got AC DC. You can plug any, I think, parallel wired system into it as long as it's under a certain voltage. It runs outlets in the front, in the back, DC, AC, DC, water pump, lights, these little fringe Moroccan lights. I show you the Galley. You've got just a straight bilge pump. It's an on-demand, runs down into a 5-gallon clean water desert can. On demand means that the lack of pressure gets noticed by the pump, so you don't need a switch. My favorite thing about the whole build here is this table, and it's like an afterthought. It buttons onto our Galley, and it's the full length, so you get about 32 inches out of it, but it's got this slide hardware, so I still have it at 36, but it's not a little guy on a straight hinge. It's got this sort of sliding louvered system that lets it drop out. That was like my favorite part of the whole build. We hooked up this system for, it was like 150 bucks total, like camera, mirror, wiring, everything, and it looked pretty promising. And I hardwired it so that it's not just a reverse camera, it just stays on consistently because we have a roll-up door in the rear that doesn't allow us to use a rear view mirror, but it's got a kill switch in the battery so it doesn't drain it, and we can always see behind us, plus some. Pretty nice.
Up. We've got a couple drawers back here that's just kind of like assorted junk, which we're gonna make dividers for. And then this is like some of our bigger shoes, my photography stuff, some jackets, whatnot. So here's our bed. It would have our bedding on it, but we just took it off and stuck it under for now so you can see easier. So you can turn the bed into a couch pretty easily. This one has a board in it, so it's a little bit more stiff. Just pop that on there, scoot it over, lift that up, and then adjust as needed. So then, voila, it's a couch. Okay, so here's the platform. You can take that out, wedge it in up here. That way you can have a desk if you need to do computer work, or you can, there's 3 different panels, so you can make it into like a full table or just separate desk, whatever you need. And then you have room for your feet to hang over. There's also all these shelves, which we've got full of stuff. We'll probably, organize and make it cuter later, but for now, it's good. And that just goes right back in there. So here's the kitchen. As you can see, it's a little bit shorter than would be preferable, but it works. We also have, here's the sink. Under the sink, we've got our water, our fresh water, and our gray water. We've got a little towel rack. We've also got this handy dandy stool. So in case we need to cook or do dishes, we can just do them a little more comfortably, which is really nice. Here we've got our pantry, just full of random stuff that was left over in our cupboards, and our kitchen drawer with our dishes and all that. The cool thing about this Coleman stove is that we actually magnetized it. We've got little magnets here. So it can come off and we can cook outside. But then when we're driving, it can just sit right here and won't take up any of our drawer space because we're kind of limited on our drawer space. So we went through a few different ideas for blinds and then decided to just run through IKEA and see if we could find anything. And we found these, which just happened to work out so perfectly. It fit exactly in the space. It barely misses when we open the sliding doors. It just barely misses the wall, so it's like perfect size. We were really excited about it. So this is our bedroom closet pretty much, or drawers I suppose. They're just a click and they open. There's the different drawers, my drawer, Sean's drawer, and they have all of our stuff in them. That's like our day use stuff. The stuff in the back drawers is more so like warmer jackets or stuff that we won't really necessarily need every day. Another cool area that we have storage is under the bed here. We've got little compartments because the wheel wells, the cabinets can go all the way to the wheel wells. So that's just right above the wheel wells. So that's kind of cool because it's pretty hidden in case we need to hide any of our stuff. Like maybe if we go on a couple-day trip, backpacking trip, we can stick our laptops in there or whatnot. Right now we just have backpacks and just extra storage. All right, so we've got a little toilet set up. It's here. As you can see, it doesn't really wiggle around. So then you just pull that out and it comes right out. We'll probably have that maybe out at night just for emergencies. It's a little chemical kind of porta potty type of a toilet. And then also, if you look under here, we've got a big bag that's with all of our dirty laundry. It's kind of hidden back in there so we don't have to look at it or smell it or anything. And then we've got just like, for now, a little thing with our toiletries, our shampoo and stuff. So that's all of our only need to get to it once a day sort of thing slash emergency porta potty.
That about does it. It's really just like a big diesel beast, and we put a bed in it.